And first of all, I'm going to ask David some questions. I'm going to talk about what I think was probably his first big success, or the one that he was best known for, which was Analysys, which I always think of a phenomenal piece of timing, because David managed to establish a consultancy and exit a consultancy, which in itself is quite an art form, and get it right at the peak of the telecoms boom, when the information and knowledge that it had was really valuable. And so I'd like to ask him how Analysys happened and whether my view of it was brilliant timing is correct.
Well,
and then I'm going to drink the Chateau de Chasselet.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was happy then. Yeah, well, the brilliant timing wasn't correct, actually. I mean, go back to Analysys. It was I finished my PhD here, and I thought, what am I going to do? And I thought of setting up a consultancy company, but I didn't have enough experience, so I went down to London and worked at the Economist Intelligence Unit for a couple of years, about 2.5. And then I decided that I would form Analysys. They'd done this thing, the Cambridge phenomenon, and it was all kind of buzzy, so I thought it'd be actually an appropriate place to set up a consultancy. And telecoms was my particular business. And that went along very happily, and we managed to get through the big recession between about 89 and 92, which was really very horrible. And then began that long boom period through the 90s, culminating in the complete madness in 2000 and 2001. And it was complete madness because I didn't really spot it, actually. And this is point about spotting opportunities and spotting areas where you make a mistake. And because I thought I understood the telecoms business in a rational way, and the telecoms business was behaving completely irrationally. It was completely nuts. I mean, there were companies starting up around here and getting fabulous valuations. I mean, there may never be another time like it. It was just absolutely unbelievable. And then, of course, everything ran out of steam in 2001 and everything crashed. Now, if you're a consultancy business, that's a bit of bad news. I mean, we had to make a lot of people redundant, about 70 or so, out of a total staff of about 220, something like that. So it was fairly big, fairly nasty times. What I should have done, Andy, was I should have sold the company in 2000.
At the height of the...
I had people coming along and they wanted to buy the company, and I thought, no. This I can see a path, because I've had a path for about 15 years. I can see this path, this exponential growth. I know how this stuff works. It's going to be all right. And we just hit this brick wall. Had to make a load of people redundant. And then basically, it really shocked me. Really shocked me. And I sat back and I thought a couple of things. One was I needed to get out. And I needed to get out because I realized that all that was going to happen in the consultancy business was we'd seen the little blip at the end of the 1990s, the beginning of the end of the 80s and 90s. We'd had that long run and then bang. And all that was going to happen now was another long run and then a bang. So all I was doing then was basically planning the whole of the company to be able to do an exit. And so I reconfigured the company, redid the management, promoted people, sorted out the governance structure internally about how decisions were made myself completely dispensable, and sold the company in August 2004, which was good timing on the up, but boy, I could have got more than twice as much if I'd actually called it right in 2000.